So this is Cillian the Lucky. I'm showing you guys this because this is going to be the first, yes, the first legendary fusion that I'll ever make. That I'll ever fuse. And I don't know if this is gonna be the last one because from free to play perspective, this is hard, so hard to pull off. I'm just gonna recount to you what I have to do. I mean, this is the event. This is the event that I'm gonna show you guys. Limited time fusion event, right? This is posted March 13. Today is March 23, and it's been 10 days, right? Well, it's 10 days. This fusion event was supposed to last from 13 to the 31st, right? And that's more than 2 weeks. You could say that's a lot of time. What are you talking about? No, it's not. It's not a lot of time. Why? Cillian the Lucky, one of the legendary fusions, like all legendary fusions, you need 4 epic champions, and if you don't have any of those 4 epic champions, you need 4 rare champions for each of those epic champions. Essentially, if you don't have any of those, yes, I'm saying you need 16 rares. You fuse those 16 rares to get 4 epics, and then you fuse those 4 epics to get a legendary. Sounds simple? Sounds simple addition, right? Sounds simple addition. And as you can see, Cillian the Lucky in gold letters is a legendary. Those in violets are Necro Hunter, Corpse Collector, Suwai, Firstborn, Jingle Hunter are the 4 epics, and under them 4 rare champions each. And you can get those champions in different dungeons, in different arenas, in different parts of the game actually. And they run from as few as a few days to as much as 10 days. You can say 3 days, 2 days, as much as 10 days per event. And usually these events are based on the amount of points that you get from that event. Like, for example, Ogren Jailer. The first example, available from Champion Training event. Champion Training, what? It means you train champions, right? You get points from raising the level or rank of your champion, right? But you don't know how much points are needed. These usually requires a few thousand points, and it's not easy getting a few thousand points if you're free to play. Why? Let me tell you why. From a perspective of a free to play, you do not, unless you really stashed up, which I did. You really stashed up on your champions. Like, you got some champions that are ready to be leveled up, ready for fusing, ready for ranking. You got some chickens, you've got some brews to level up champions. Brews, as you can see, are the ones above, magical brews, to give XP to your champions, right? Unless you got all those lined up, you ain't got any chance of fusing this guy. I'm gonna show you the current state that I have with this, because while I don't consider Cillian like game breaking, I mean, he is a legendary, and I don't know if I'm going to be building him. And it's just that he's going to be the first legendary that I can hope to get in, what? I don't know, 9 months? Maybe? Since the Foley event. I think that's the first legendary fusion event that I remember. and that I tried to get since I started playing this game and I didn't get it. There has been a lot of fusion events since then, and this is the first time in my few months of playing, let's say what, more or less 9 months, 10, a few months more or less, that I've been playing this game, and this is the first time I'm be getting one of these, and I will tell you how the stars aligned just for me to get this fusion. Why? First off, my technique is I store champions, right? I store champions in my champion vault, and let's try by factions. By factions, as you can see, in factions, let's say this guy, and then this guy, right? Two of these guys, they're the same guy, right? Essentially, they're the same guy. But what I do is I keep one champion that I want to level up, then one champion just in case for any other event. So generally, I have two champions of the rare category because I don't have a lot of epics or, of course, legendaries to keep for such events. If ever a fusion is required that I need rares, a spare rare that I have, I can level that up and then make fusions, right? Make these fusions. Let's say that's one instance that I got, and lo and behold, for these other guys, for this guy, for this girl, for those 3 epic champions, the 4 champions underneath them, I got either 1 copy or 2 copies. I'm just that, I don't know. Like I said, what are the chances that I can get 12 rares ready to go? And this is the other times. I'm not really that much of I don't really have that much shards because I'm a free to play player. So these rares come many of them came from previous events. Like, let's say Ghoulish Ranger, the second one from the top. I remember getting him as a free rare in a previous event. He's just a free rare because I reached some point. I consider him a free rare because there are some points in the event that I reached the points and then I got him, right? So I just keep him just in case I have these kinds of events. So Ogren Jailer, Ghoulish Ranger, Steadfast Marshal, Perforator. I remember I have 2 Perforators with level 30 stored up in my vault. and then Fortress Goon, Wanderer, Haruspex. Haruspex, I got him so many times. He's been in so many of the fusions. And he's a void character, but I still got him. That's how lucky I am. And then Twin Claw Disciple, then Witness, Crimson Slayer, Seducer, War Maiden. Crimson Slayer, I don't know. I just got him in the last few weeks, and then I got a few copies of him in I think I got Crimson Slayer in one of those ancient shards opening. And I think one of them came from mysterious the mystery shards in the common shards, and for the common shards that's just very lucky, right? Very small chance to get a rare compared to the ancient shard. So I got 1 copy from ancient shard. I got 1 copy from the mystery shard, and I'm just thinking, yeah, Crimson Slayer, it looks decent, but I'm just gonna keep them until this event comes along, and then yeah, I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them for fusion, easy. I think the one the one that I have trouble, not just one, there are a few of these rares that I'm hesitant to let go of. I mean, Ogren Jailer, Ghoulish Ranger, Steadfast Martial Perforator. Those ones, High Respects is decent. Twin Claws Disciple is decent, but when I counted that I could get all of these, and then I could get the epics, and then I could get the legendary, I say, F that. I have more chances of getting these rares than I'll ever have the chances of getting this legendary, right? That's just how I'm thinking about this. And as a free-to-play player, whenever I can get a free legendary, I'm gonna go for it, okay? it's just that simple. And I count this as a free legendary because stars aligned. Stars aligned, man. And then here under Suwai Firstborn is where I have the most difficulty, because War Maiden, I only have one copy of her. I didn't think that I would need another copy of her, because I was building my War Maiden. I'm just gonna show you. I was building my War Maiden pretty handily. This girl, I was trying to get her to as much. Every time I get War Maiden, I just feed those War Maidens to her. I just make them into skill tomes, right? And then to upgrade her skills, I just want her skills to be all upgraded. So currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 War Maidens eaten up by this War Maiden. 6, right? So I need just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not even halfway there, right? I'm not even halfway there. So my thinking is that I don't want to have to eat my War Maiden, because I only have one copy, and then War Maiden is one of the required fusion recipes. So for me, that time I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be hard. But it says drops from campaign location the Deadlands. So I say, yeah, it's a farmable champ. Let's go for that. That's what I'm thinking. Early on, when I saw that I can get these, the first two, I said, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I got those. What I can do is maybe I can get the epics, right? I can get the epics. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for Necro Hunter. I'm gonna go for Corpse Collector. F those rares. I don't care. I can get them. I'm gonna go for the epics. Then for these two, Suwai Firstborn is not bad, right? But War Maiden is one of the best rares that you could ever hope to use. I guess even true to the late game, if you don't have any other character that can give you AoE 60% decreased defense across the whole enemy lineup, that's a pretty insane debuff. War Maiden can just give you that, right? War Maiden can just give you that. And I don't think there's any other rare that can compare. It's just that easy. She's even got a poison on her A1, right? So she's pretty decent for a farmable rare, and I really don't want to give her up. Another one is Seducer. Seducer for me, because of his AoE, he's another one of the rare champs that I wish I want to build up. So for me, my thinking going into this is that, okay, I'm just gonna build up Witness, I'm just gonna build up Crimson Slayer, I'm just gonna build up Seducer as well. I'm not even going to rank. I'm gonna rank them up to level 40, because every single one of those fusions need a level 40 instead of For those of you guys who don't know, rares, typically for rares, the cap for rares is 3 stars, which is just level 30. But for fusion events, they need those rares to be 4 stars. You have to upgrade their ranks by 1. So you need to have a lot of other champs to feed these 16 rares. Yeah, you need 4 more. You need a lot of shit. You need a lot of shit. I'm gonna show you guys again. Right? So, like this guy. Like this dude. Right? Cudgeler. He's not, by normal means, going to be level 40. When you get this champion, he's gonna have 3 stars. You gotta level him up to level 30. Then, if you want to level him up, you go to Tavern. You place 3 champions. You feed 3 champions under him so that he goes back to level 1. But instead of 3 stars, you get him to 4 stars. Then from 4 stars level 1, you gotta rank him up again to level 40. So basically, that's a lot of work for one champ, right? For one champ, that's 3 stars, level 1, rank him up 3 stars, level 30, right? Then you need for him to be upgraded in the ranks from 3 star to 4 star. You need to sacrifice the number of champions according to the number of stars. He's got 3 stars. You need to sacrifice 3 3-star champions. Okay? So it's either you farm 2-star champions, rank those 2 stars to 3 stars, which I generally do, or you got spare 3 stars that you can just feed to the 3-star, which I also do as well. I keep farmable 3 stars, like this doggy over here. Where is it? Like this doggy over here. I got some 3 stars that I keep. Oh, this girl. Yeah, that's one of the few farmable champs that I keep lying around as like a chicken, 3-star chicken, right? And then this guy, yeah, those 2, easiest farmable champs on my life. And then this guy, which you can farm on 12-3, I just generally take him up to 3 stars as well, and then they will be my food for my 3 stars to get to 4 stars. Yeah. So again, from 3 stars, level 1 to level 30, level 30, then sacrifice 3 champs, get to 4 stars, level 1, 4 stars level 1, then you need to level them up again to level 40. And if you're starting out, even if you're starting out with all rare champions only, level 1, that's a lot of work. Okay? Even if you already have all of the champs. So, this is the problem with the fusion event, right? For me, the stars align in that some of these champions I already leveled up. Many of these champions I already have, right? I already have. I don't really need to farm them. I have a problem with War Maiden. That's the problem. That's the only problem I have. War Maiden is the only one I don't have. So I had to keep farming, and I don't know how many days worth of energy I spent. Like I currently have 128 energy, right? So I use 128 energy on this stage 9, right? Because War Maiden is here as a free champ. So I just keep spamming this. It takes 8 energy per spam, right? Keep spamming this, 128 8 energy. That's I don't know how many that is, 14, maybe 15, right? Times a run. And then I use these energy, it's gone. I use the daily energy, the energy I'm getting from this. In the 60 minutes, I use that energy, it's gone. I go to the quest, I go to the daily quest. And then I forgot which one it is. But it also gives energy. All 3 of those in one day, and I get nothing. And I tried to farm War Maiden since day one. And then for a few days after that fact, I keep farming War Maiden and I can't get her. So my thinking then again was that, okay, I'm just gonna keep progressing with my other missions. And just level up my champions, right? Get them to level 40. Not gonna ascend them yet. Ascend means those stars from yellow stars you gotta get them to pink stars. And for pink stars, you need potions. I'm gonna show you the potions later. It's hard as well. It's really hard as well. And then I also have to have a spare Jingle Hunter, because for this fusion, while I do not have this guy Cudgeler, I do not have this girl Interceptor, I have the two other rares, right? I have this dwarf here and then this guy here. I didn't level them up because I don't need to anymore. Because I'm saying, okay, Jingle Hunter, that's my queue. I don't really need to. I mean, I could wait for getting these two, but seeing the event, and I estimated that I won't be able to get these two, especially this guy Cudgeler. Let's check it out. Let's just make an example, right? Let's just make an example. Cudgeler. How do we get the Cudgeler? He is under Jingle Hunter, available from Champion Training Event March 13 to March 23, right? Yeah, Cudgeler. He is available supposedly today. We will be able to see him if I could get Cudgeler, right? And yeah, he is here. He is 9,450. I still got a day left, right? I still got a day left's worth of training to be done. I'm currently sitting at 7,765 points. And Cudgeler is 9,450 points. If you have to subtract that, that's nearly 1,700 points, right? 1,700 points. For me to get 1,700 points in a day and 13 hours. Let's just make that 1.5 days, right? And I haven't slept yet. So let's just say a day, right? In a day. So 1,700 points in a day is, let's see now. Let's say for the 4 stars. If I keep leveling up 4 stars to level 40, that's 39 levels, right? From level 1 to level 40. Let's just say 40 for easier multiplication, right? 40 levels times 3, that's 120 points, right? 120 points. We need 1,700 points. So you're saying I should level up. Okay, I should level up 4 stars. No, not just 4 stars. If my math is correct, 1,700 points divided by 1,200 points. It's not even 1,200, right? It's a lot. It's a lot of points. And you could say it's nearly around 15, 14, right? 15 or 14 4 stars. I don't have that much. What about 3 stars? From 3 stars to 4 stars. 3 stars, you let's just round it up. 30 levels times 2, 60 points, right? Let's just say you've got those 2 that you're currently working on. You need more than 10. If my math is correct, you need still more than 10. So, how many energy do you need? How many energy do you think you need in a day? In a day, because I only got a day left for me to get this Cudgeler. I don't think I have enough energy for that. And for me, while I trained my champions, many of my champions through either training it in the multi battles in campaign, or I put some of them in the sparring pit. But mainly, I go for the tavern. What I do is use brews, which, when I just started out, nearly every one of these brews are 200. Do not let's not be confused, guys. Since the time that I I use the brews, I gain some brews again because I keep farming and farming. So sometimes I get brews from as a reward from dungeons. But generally, what happened is for every single one of these brews, I generally have like around 200 brews, and then it went as down like nearly 50 per brew. So I use 150 brews each just to get all of my champions. Let's say at most 10, 12 champions to level 40, right? To level 40. I use some of them on their level 30s, rank them up, get to the level 40s. I even use my brews on some of those food champions so that I can level them up, because I don't even have the necessary storage space. I'm just gonna show you guys, right? My storage is 100 out of 100 currently, and inside, yeah, I got 12 spaces, but how is that? How is that helping? That's 12 spaces, and I already fuse how many champions? For how many champions is that? How many champions is that? You guys can tell me. Fusion, right? 4 champions, 4 rare champions under here each, right? And that's not even counting the food that they need to get to level 4, to 4 stars, right? So that's 12 champions. I maximize my space, right? I maximize my space, and then I have to maximize my brews as well, so that they can be leveled up, and I can fuse these epics. So, and then I also had a Jingle Hunter that I got in the previous event, in the previous shard opening that I got. I was really not thinking of it making Jingle Hunter a food. I was really thinking of keeping my own Jingle Hunter, and then if I could, just go for the other champions. But since these two, this Cudgeler and then this Interceptor, in my estimations, I won't be able to get them during this remaining period of time in the tournaments, in the events. So I'd say, yeah, I got all the others, right? I got War Maiden, Stars Aligned. How many days of energy? Stars Aligned. I got one War Maiden, one War Maiden, which I was able to level it up, and then yeah, Stars Aligned. So what I did next is to get these epics into from 4 stars. I have to get food champions again, level those food champions to 4 stars, and then we need 4 stars, because level 4 star champions need 4 stars now to get to 5 stars, and from 5 stars I leveled them up again to level 50. And I generally use brews up until for the higher 40s, and then in the higher 40s I just put them in the sparring pit, so that I won't need to level them up as much. So I spent like 5 days, I guess, to level those guys up. Yeah, I think 5 days, 4 days, 5 days to level those epics up, and that's what we got right here. And then another thing is that they are not ascended. They are not ascended when I got them. So generally, what you want, I don't know if I have any spare like this girl, right? As you can see, my potions are not that hot anymore. I didn't have to open the dungeons, right? I got spare potions. So what I did was that I mixed these lesser potions into greater potions. I already got some stacks of this superior potion, so I didn't have to use those. But my problem generally is this greater arcane potion, because every one of those champions need the greater arcane potion. So my stock of lesser arcane potions are gone. I think that this is the only dungeon that I had to grind in order to get some semblance of greater arcane potions, but I got it anyway. So if I didn't have the stack, imagine if I didn't have the stocks, because for these kinds of events, I generally do not just ascend those champions, because I'm thinking I can use them in the future events, and if I'm not sure that I can use them in this event, I'm not going to ascend them, right? So I did that, and as you can see, this girl, she needs 39 and 9, right? If I ascended her, then her next will be much greater. For this one, she would need a superior force potion and a superior arcane potion. So, but generally, you need 9 and 7, and then 7 and 5, and then something and something, 5 and 3, I guess. So that's force potions of the 21 force potions for one epic champion, right? Something like that, along those lines. 21. I'm not sure to the math, but generally that's the hard part. You have to calculate, do you have enough resources, right? Yeah, you have to calculate from the bottom. Okay, you've got this calendar of events that they've given you, they've announced it in their page, in their news. So from that announcement, you have to see first, okay, what are the heroes that I got? Do I have enough of them stocked up? If I have them stocked up, what level are they? Do I have enough food champions to level them up? And then next, if I do not have these champions, I'm going to have to partake in those tournaments. We're not sure if we can win those tournaments, but we will have to make sure that we try our best, of course, right? If we miss even one champion out of all of them, we might need to rely on luck or shard opening, which I do not want to do. I do not want to do if there's no double rates event, and they do not have a double rates event. It's very rare. So I do not summon unless it's mystery shards. If you're lucky enough to pull the needed rare that you need from mystery shards, which gives I don't know how many percentage for rares, I think 1 point something percent only. And then let's see this, 1.4% for rares, right? So that's you can say one rare out of 100 shards that you're gonna open, right? Or maybe just 1.5, 15 out of 1,000, 14 out of 1,000, right? That's minuscule amount. It's a minuscule amount. So you don't want to rely on that RNG to get the one rare that you need, and out of all the rares that they're gonna give you, right? So again, do you have the champions? Do you have the resources, like the potions needed, the brews needed if you think you got, if you think you need it, the time and energy you're gonna spend in leveling up those champions, right? And completing the tournaments. And then next, you need, after you got them leveled up, after you got them ascended, fully ascended you need money as well. If you're going to fuse them, they're gonna cost you a couple of 100,000 silvers. A couple 100,000 silvers. When I started this event, my silver is 10 million. 10 million silver. It's not much, but for a free-to-play player, that's generally the you could say acceptable level of silver that you could say, okay, I'm ready for something like this, right? Because you never know what you need, how you need your silver. There are a lot of artifact events and artifact enhancement events in fusions, and generally there are 2 artifact enhancement events. And let me tell you, artifact enhancement events are the worst, and they are the most silver consuming of all the events. Why? Because the most points that you can get is by leveling up your artifacts to level 16. And for those of you who don't know, if you're going to be leveling up your level 1 artifact to level 4 to level 8 to level 12, the amount of silver you're going to be using is, I don't think it's going to be reaching 400,000 or 300,000, maybe between that range. But if you're going to be leveling up even just between level 12 to level 16, you need as much as 1 million to 1.5 million silver. So if you want to level up one single artifact to level 16 from level 1, you need to expect to have 1.5 million to maybe around 2 million. That is if you're not lucky with the RNGs, and most probably it's not. Most probably it's not. You're gonna see a lot of failures, and that's the problem with the artifact enhancement event. So 10 million, right? What's 10 million? That's just 4 artifacts. 4 artifacts, you get a few hundred points. And again, you need a few thousand points to get champions. and some of these champions, these epics, like this girl Sawai, currently they're giving her for free in the event for a measly 20,000 points, right? 20,000 points. So imagine if it's an artifact enhancement event, 20,000 points. How much silver do you need to have 20,000 points, right? That's the problem. That's the problem. And like I said, stars aligned. I got the resources, I got the silver, I got the brews, I got the potions, and that's months and months of stockpiling and stockpiling. And even in this Jingle Hunter that I didn't have, yeah, I mean the rares, I didn't have everything. I won't be able to get that Jingle Hunter. I got the spare Jingle Hunter. So with that said, stars aligned. Even though we still got a week left and 3 days left, we're gonna be fusing this. Click, 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 click. Right? We're gonna be clicking everything. We're gonna say goodbye to these 4 epic champions. The fuse icon is already here. This video is already been so long, but I hope I gave you an idea of how much resources and time you would need, especially if you're a new player, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Just really gotta stockpile your resources, min-max everything, be efficient in your resources. And in the end, even though you say, yeah, it's just a legendary, that it's not that great, it's a legendary. And again, even if you're gonna fuse this, you need a million silver, right? So this is what we get. Yellow. What we want. Wow. The first legendary fusion I've ever got from the fusion event. Hopefully we get some more of these in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to, and hopefully you learned something from me. So till next time, guys,